Welcome to my art tutorial. For the year of 2022, I'll be making a tutorial every month covering how to draw the basics of human anatomy. From head to toe, I will make tutorials explaining how I draw the main parts of the human body. I aim to make every tutorial as beginner friendly as I can. However, before I get into any specific parts of the body, I need to first talk about the core fundamentals of drawing, and I also need to introduce the proper proportions of the human body. So, this video will be called Shapes and Proportions. Now I won't spend too long on this because I'm pretty sure everyone knows what shapes are. We have the square, the rectangle, triangle, circle, and oval. And then we have a bunch of other shapes too. Now, aside from being great for warming up before getting to a big drawing, shapes are really fantastic because they can form the foundation of everything we see around us. If we really understand how the world we see is made out of these simple shapes, then it can inform our art process in a very beneficial way. The best way to practice arts is to use references. Whether it's from life, from internet, or from another artist, references are the best way to improve at art. Because by drawing references, you're able to make connections between what is the most important aspect of each drawing. By building up this muscle memory and creating a mental library, you will be able to eventually draw from imagination as well. As I said before, everything around us is built out of shapes. Now, if we can identify the shapes within our reference photos, then we can simplify the subject to a level that is easier for us to learn from. The second thing I want to talk about today is proportions. Proportions are the size and distance of certain points relative to another point. An example of proportions that I can show you is this. This vase's top half is small compared to its bottom rounder half. In this instance, the proportions of the object inform the shape and how it looks. A way to find the proportions of things is to draw guidelines and basic shapes. With these simple lines, it becomes easier to place things where they belong, and with these basic shapes, we can understand the general volume and placement of what we want to draw. By using these concepts of shapes and proportions together, we will be able to draw from references to create a mental library and muscle memory. This will increase our skill with every second of drawing practice that we do. So let's take this time to do a short drawing from reference. Now before I finish up this video, I'm going to lead us into the next video with a small tutorial about the proportions of the basic human body. The average body is around 8 heads tall. If you stacked 8 heads on top of each other, that is the general height you will get for an adult human. The eyes are on the halfway point between the top of the head and the bottom of the chin, and on the halfway point between the eyes and the chin is the nose. If you take the length from the top of the head to the nose and duplicate that, you'll be able to deduce the location of the collarbone. The collarbone is connected to the shoulders and also acts as the starting point of the rib cage. So the rib cage is about the size of a head and a half, and the bottom of the rib cage will reach the point 3 heads from the top. The crotch is located on the halfway point between the top of the head and the bottom of the feet. It is also where the pelvis is. Now the rib cage and the pelvis are the two most important parts of the human body after the head in terms of art, in terms of drawing. This is because these areas are connected to the arms and the legs, and they act as the anchor point of any pose that you want to make. The knees are located at the halfway point between the crotch and the toes, and the ankles are about a quarter head from the bottom of the feet. Some points about the back side. The trap muscles are connected to the neck and the shoulders, and then the butt is slightly lower than the crotch. The back of the knees are slightly higher than the actual knees, and then I think that's about it for the proportions. So for the coming months, I'm going to be making many more tutorial videos. For February, I'm going to talk about how to draw the head and the face. For March, it's all about the shoulder and the chest. In April, I'm going to touch on the arms. In May, it'll be all about the abs. In June, I'm going to touch on the waist and crotch area. For July, we will talk about the thigh and calves. In August, we'll get to the hands. In September, it'll be the feet. And then, for October and November, we're going to go to facial features. So the eyes and the eyebrows, as well as the nose and mouth. And finally, for December, we're going to learn how to draw ears. So for the next video, which will be the first of many how to draw anatomy videos, I'll be teaching you how to draw the human head. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and stick around for more. Thanks for watching.